Hello, Garnet here. We're continuing. This is page 5 now. We're going to unfold or explore a little bit more of this help right now aspect of using the Neurolite. This is such a great area to work in. You don't have to have a ton of experience, that's for sure. It's a little bit more developed than the brain exercises, but not nearly as kind of demanding as the long-term brain shaping. So the help right now, as I say here, this is a great area to begin to get a feel for the dynamics of the Neurolite. So what's the issue here? Basically, there's a person that has something that is uncomfortable, something disquieting. They have an issue or a problem. They just don't feel the way they want to feel, and they would like some help right now. And there are ways of helping people, but they don't necessarily experience that benefit right now. It's more forecasting towards a future, maybe something that is more close to what I've been calling brain shaping. So what's the help right now? There are basically two different circumstances that are kind of befitting of this category. One is something happens, whatever it is, and a person is broken out of harmony. They don't feel good, and they would like a shift. Now, the thing that has happened is not really kind of a signature of their life experience. It's just something happened that they didn't expect it, or there's some unusual stress, or they get really disappointed about something or upset about something. So this kind of help right now is pretty transitory. And in these transitory short-term challenges, the help right now methodologies really are quite satisfying most of the time, very much of the time. And what you can expect is anywhere from like 1, 2, maybe 3 sessions over the course of, whether more than once in a day or over the next couple of days, and the person is going to find a shift, and it's a positive shift. Now that shift can actually start right in and during the session itself, the light and sound. Keeping in mind that the light and the sound is not the end-all and be-all. As a matter of fact, it is just the beginning of a process. Maybe even not even the beginning, maybe their attitude coming into the session is even pre-existing before the effects of the session. Those things make an effect in the session. But the help right now, what you can expect is, with a good attitude, with an open-mindedness, they may start to feel shifts and changes right during the light and sound. It's not mandatory, but it's possible. Keeping in mind that there's this 2-hour grace period. It's a period of potentiated neuroplasticity, what is sometimes called by some people hyperplasticity, because of the ripeness of the system after having had all the messaging stimulation from the Neurolite. And then that period is going to begin to taper over 12 to 24 hours. And during that period, they're going to feel the shifts and changes. Now, they may need a boost again, or like, as I say, 1, 2, maybe 3 sessions, but the help right now is great for these kind of unusual, uncommon, transitory challenges that happen. Second one, this is where this thing is happening, but the fact is that it's more of an aggravation of a certain element in a chronic issue that they have. So, can you use help right now if the challenge is actually an aggravation of a certain aspect of the chronic issue? Yeah, of course. The answer is yes, you can. And will it give benefit? Yes, it will. Will it be a solution to the long-term problem? I doubt it. I wish, but I don't think so. So, to think, if a person has some kind of instability in their low back because of an injury or the work that they do or something, that's a chronic issue. And then they lift something, or whatever, something happens, they sleep the wrong way, and they get an aggravation of that. Well, you can do certain methods, certain massage techniques, or maybe some acupuncture or a certain yoga asana, and you can take that aggravation down so that they got out of that tough spot. But don't think that that means that their low back instability has been fixed. It may be they have to do some certain stretching exercises or strengthening exercises or who knows whatever, so that that long-term chronic issue is actually dealt with in a manner that befits it. So in this way, there are a couple of ways of using the help right now, recognizing that one is sort of an unusual thing happens and you want to have help, and you can give help right now and it tends to work quite nicely. The other is when it's an aggravation of an aspect of a chronic issue, in which case you can calm it down. They're very happy, it's a great result, but don't think that that means that the chronic issue has been resolved. We will be going into depth technique in an upcoming video, but right now I want you to think about the help right now category. And yes, in the document there are all sorts of menu-like choices, so I'm not just giving you a concept and then kicking you outside. There will be, I think, very good guidance recommendations for you. But right now, more importantly, is the principle. Keep in mind that underneath this stuff is the neuroplastic capacity. So obviously, if their capacity is down low and there's been no attention in the brain exercise area at all, can you get good results with the help right now? The answer is yes, but it may not be as pronounced as it would be if their capacity was higher. So keep in mind that these issues are overlapping, they're interrelated. I break them down separately so it's an easy concept to approach, but don't think that in truth or in fact these are totally separate things. If a person's capacity is low, if their, call it the vitality or their fitness is low, it might be a lot more predictable even that they could have problems arise that manifest as a need for help right now. So, watch and see and recognize that the help right now may help you better understand the brain exercise needs that they have. Neuroplastic capacity, neuroplastic demand. Okay, so that's a little bit of a closer look, page 5, the help right now. It's a fantastic area to work in with the Neurolite. It's some of the most satisfying, especially for beginners, because it gives you a sense that you can do something and you get results and that feels good for you and you want to keep going. Thanks.